If you are developing VR experiences, it is probably you have acquired a Windows PC. If you come from a different environment such as Linux or Mac, it will be inconvenient to switch from one environment to another constantly. This video teaches you how to work in your favorite environment using a remote desktop connection to the Windows PC. In particular, my guest environment is Mac OS Sierra. First thing you need is physical access to your Windows PC. You must enable remote access in Windows, although this option is not available in Windows Home Edition. In this case, you can install the RDP Grabber software to enable remote access in your Home Edition copy. Ensure you are downloading the latest version from this URL. Unzip the file and follow the instructions inside. Now it is time to install and configure the remote desktop client in your Linux or Mac environment. You can go to the App Store, look for Microsoft Remote Desktop, download it and install it for free. Launch Microsoft Remote Desktop. If it is your first time, you will see an empty list. In my case, it shows the connection to my VR laptop. Add a new connection by clicking on the New button. Give your connection a meaningful name. Provide the name of your Windows PC or the IP address and your network gateway. You can add new gateways by selecting Add Gateway in the combo box. Remember to fill in your Windows user credential too. You can also share a local folder with the Windows system. Go to Redirection, check Enable Folder Redirection and add a local path. It will be exposed as a network folder in the remote system. There is no Accept button, so simply close the window to finish editing. These are the values for my VR connection. Connection name, PC name I've got from System Information and Network Gateway. My username and password, and a redirected folder to share files between both systems. Once you finish configuring your connection, make double-click on the name of the connection to start a remote session. You will be asked to accept the certificate of the remote system. Do it and you'll enter your Windows desktop from your development environment. You can check the performance is really good. There is almost no lag and I'm going to start a VR experience to show you the performance while running an intensive task. Remember, the VR experience is actually running on your Windows system and not in your guest system. I'm putting on my Vive head-mounted display and entering VR. You are not listening to any audio coming from the application, but I do, since I have a couple of earbuds plugged in my ears and connected to the audio output of the Vive goggles. Let's see the performance while playing an action game. If you appreciate some jankiness or frame rate loss in this video, notice that I'm not experimenting it. It is a consequence of the remote desktop protocol and it's not happening in the Windows system. VR development usually requires working with 3D modeling software. One of the problems I've found with this setup is that I cannot launch some application while running the remote desktop protocol. One of these applications is Blender, which informs us about this. Another application is Magica Voxel, a software to model using cubes, that even fails to provide an explanation about what's happening. We can solve this annoyance by using a different remote desktop application like TeamViewer, not working on the remote desktop protocol which is causing the issues. We'll use it to launch problematic application and then we'll switch back to RDP where performance is quite better than in TeamViewer. To use TeamViewer, you need to install it in both remote and local systems. Gather the connection information and launch your local copy of TeamViewer. Fill the ID field and click Connect. Enter the password and you will connect via TeamViewer. In order to launch Blender and Magica Voxel, you must close the remote desktop connection. Go to your session and finish it by terminating the remote desktop client. In my case, I'll press Command plus Q. You may be logged out. If that's the case, simply re-enter your credentials. Once you have entered again, just launch Blender and Magica Voxel. You can now switch to the performant RDP connection. Just close TeamViewer and connect again using Microsoft Remote Desktop this time. Notice how smooth the applications are running and remember that they continue executing in your Windows PC, so the performance is not limited by your client system. If you still experiment junkness, try to switch to a wired local connection. Now you know how to work remotely from your favorite development environment, avoiding annoying context switches. I hope you have enjoyed this video and I hope it helps you too.